Hey, is it recording? All right. It is yours truly, Rick the Prince here, and you are watching Surface Rick the Prince here. Truly, Rick the Prince here. What's good? What's good, guys? Yours truly, Rick the Prince. You are watching.
Hey, what's up? It's Margaux, and you're watching Beneath the Surface on Surface Town.
Is there like cheer back? Yeah. You know I be smoking gas every goddamn day. I can't fuck with none of these niggas cause they so damn lame. I can't ride with none of these bitches cause they not in my lane. These bitches know that I'm the shit and no, I don't even stink. I got a real nice body on the gram. Real nice body off the gram. Bitch, I ain't no catfish. Catch me up at JJ's up on Metro eating catfish.
How you doing?
I'm good.
First of all, she looks amazing, y'all. Let's just take a second to admire the chain. She got her Playboy. She's not playing with y'all. How are you all doing? Is yours truly, Rick the Prince. We are here with the beautiful, the talented Margaux. How are you doing
I'm
today?
good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Besides us not having any gas. I mean, anywhere. I'm doing all right. You get here safe?
I did. It was like a little bit of traffic, you know, Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Traffic for no reason.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to start off by congratulating you on your project that you released earlier this year, XoXo Margaux. Now, what made you want to drop it? Because you dropped this early in the year, right? What made you want to kick off the year like this?
XoXo Margaux it's 3 songs, and I think those songs were like songs that I created during the pandemic, and I felt like I was kind of over making like cute little music, I guess. I don't want to describe my music as that, but that's kind of how I felt. I felt like I wasn't like I made those songs, but I just felt like I was ready to move on. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna drop this and like move on and like start this off with the year and just let like so that people can see my growth and where I'm going.
Yeah. Now I love the cover. I love your whole aesthetic. The way you like incorporated the nostalgia of everything and everything around you. Like tell me who came up with that concept, who shot it, all that.
I came up with the concept. Kodak shot it. She's like a really good, I was like, I really wanted a black woman to shoot my cover.
Right.
And Kodak's like really amazing. So Kodak shot it and I came up with the concept. The concept was just me. Like it wasn't like, you know, random things. Everything in the cover, there's so much going on in the cover. There's so many objects in the cover, but they're all objects that I feel like represent me and who I am as just like a person and like my childhood, because I feel like that's what brings me happiness. The things that made me happy as a kid are like, they still make me happy now. So I just wanted the cover art to be just me like surrounded with things that made me happy.
Right. And speaking of childhood, I thought was interesting when I was preparing for this, you actually did ballet growing up.
I did.
And you didn't like it?
No.
Tell me about that experience.
Ballet was something my mother made me do. I had an obsession with sweets at like a really young age. I would like just take a whole bag of like chocolate and just like
she got a cake tatted right here.
Yes.
Playing games.
I love sweets. Like my friends call me like a big ass kid because they're like, if they're buying me food, I'll like pick up a slice of cake instead of like chicken. Like it's kind of funny. But like, she noticed that I had an obsession with sweets and she wanted to get me into something active. I wanted to do gymnastics. I was doing both at first. I was doing ballet and gymnastics.
Right.
And it was funny because she was like, which one do you want to do? And I was like, gymnastics. And she was like, no, you're going to do ballet because they have better bodies.
What?
Yeah. She said ballet dancers had better, I guess they have more feminine bodies. You know, gymnastics is more like muscular. But like, I wasn't thinking that way as a kid. I was just like, gymnastics is more fun. But yeah, so she forced me to do ballet and I was actually really good at it. I got on point at like a really early age. And everyone could tell I hated it. And
so you were good at it, but you still didn't like it.
I did not like it, and everyone could tell. Like everyone would be extremely frustrated with me. I didn't have friends. I spent a lot of time at Atlanta Ballet, which is like mostly white people. So I didn't really fit in. I was probably like one of the only black girls in my classes, so I really didn't fit in. And they'd make little some girls would make little like sneaky little comments about like me. I had boobs growing up. Like I developed a little bit earlier. So like just like dealing with that and then also not really wanting to be there. But then my teachers being extremely frustrated because I was good and I just didn't want it. So it just kind of, yeah.
Right. So how did you ended up getting out of that? You just said, I didn't want to do this anymore?
I said that a lot, but eventually I got a scholarship to go to Atlanta Ballet.
You got a scholarship too?
Yeah. I got a scholarship, and the same year I got the scholarship was the same year I found out that they had a library. It was like probably on like one of the top floors, because it was huge. So it was probably on like one of the top. It was like a very small room, and they had computers that you could just log into and like look up whatever. So I was kind of just like, my mom was dropping me off and I just started skipping classes in the library and just like being on Facebook back when Facebook was popping.
I remember the library computers and we try to figure out how to get to the right website.
Little websites that like that'll unblock things for you. Yeah. So I just kind of like I wasn't going to class and I ended up just losing my scholarship and my mom was like really upset with me. Yeah. But I think at that point my dad had like just gotten he just retired. So like he didn't want to pay. I think ballet used to be like, I think it was kind of expensive. It was like a monthly thing that they had to pay for. It was kind of expensive. So when I lost that scholarship and my dad wasn't making as much money from retirement, it was pretty much just like, well, I guess it's over. And my mom was really mad and I was really happy.
Now you also went to Catholic school at one point too, right? How was that?
Catholic school was it was an experience. I wouldn't necessarily put my kids in Catholic school. My mom ended up putting me in, first she put me in a Christian school. So I was in public school and I think just like she kind of noticed that I was picking up on other things that the kids were doing and she like wanted me to not do that. So she
was really protective.
She was. Okay. So she put me in Christian school and for some reason I left Christian school and I went to Catholic school and it was weird. Like it was like there were so many things you couldn't do. Like even in Christian school, like I could paint my nails or like, wear jewelry, but in Catholic school it was like no lip gloss. No, you can't paint your nails, not even clear. Like it was just so like, it was so strict. Yeah. And like, I remember just like everything was like dark and like gray. It was like boring and strict. And everybody was so like, they prayed all day and I wasn't even Catholic. And I feel like I kind of got picked on. Like I had other people that I was in classes with, like in my class that weren't Catholic with me. And those are the people that I became friends with. Yeah. And it just felt like we always got picked on more than the other people. And I always felt like it's because we weren't actually Catholic. Like we had to pay more because we weren't Catholic to get into the school. So it was an experience.
Right. So did music become like an outlet for that? Everything that you had to deal with in school and at home?
I feel like I always really loved music. My mom is the reason that I started doing music. My mom also, I played 3 instruments growing up.
Which ones?
I played piano, harp, and violin.
You can still play them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she wanted me to. It was like a thing. Everybody in our household, like my brothers, I have 2 brothers, we all had to play an instrument. We all started on piano and then we got to choose the other ones that we wanted to learn. But she did it because she wanted us to like get scholarships for school. And like that was gonna be like our way in to college or whatever. And like I think just like also my dad was really musical. Like my dad has like a wall, like walls, actually like multiple walls full of just records. Like his record collection. And like I just remember like growing up and like listening to music with him and then playing music and like I just always really loved music. Right. So I guess like music was like, I remember like I'd come home from Catholic school or like ballet and I just like blast music all night. So it was like an escape actually.
Yeah. So when did you actually start making your own records?
I started writing music at a really young age. Like I honestly would just carry around like folders and binders of just songs that I had written and like composed. And then I think like it wasn't until college. Well, actually, yeah, high school, Nicki Minaj came out. And that's when I started rapping. And I would just put like covers up on Facebook. Once again, Facebook. Yeah. And like people at school would just like be like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Da, da, da. And I just kind of I don't know, like I took a class in high school on like music technology. I really didn't learn a lot.
Yeah.
But I learned how to press record. And and in college, that's when I really got into like producing and like making my own music from scratch and putting things out.
So you can make a whole record by yourself?
Yeah.
That's crazy, because a lot of people would have to, you know, buy studio time, pay a producer, pay a writer, mixer, all that. And you can do that all yourself.
Yeah, and it's fun. Yeah. I feel like everybody needs to get into. I feel like if you want to be an artist, you should at least try to get into production, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, it seems like it's hard," and I'm like, "No, you just gotta know what you want and like be creative and have fun with it. Like, it's not that hard."
Right. So you were in Rico Nasty's music video.
Yeah.
For Shut the Fuck Up. How was that experience?
It was cool. Rico was like really nice. Like she was really nice, but she was also Rico. Like, that was like a really fun day. Honestly, that was a fun day. I remember like my legs. It was like mosh pitting over and over and over again. Yeah. Like, and at certain points, like during like recording, I would just like, I'd be like jumping, then I'd like purposely jump off screen so I could like catch my breath. It was really hectic, but it was really fun. And like Rico showed us her titties. It was like, I don't know if she wants me to say that, but she did. She was like, you want to see my, she's like, I got my nipples pierced. You want to see it? And I was like, yeah.
Okay, so she really sees that in real life.
Cool. Yeah, she's cool. I fuck with Rico. So yeah, that was really fun.
Did you meet anybody?
I met a lot of people, but I really kind of just met like people around Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like some people, like I hadn't realized like, oh, I've seen this person on social media until like we followed each other later. And I'd be like, oh, I've seen this person before. So it was really just kind of like, I got to see a lot of the people that I see so much online, because I feel like Atlanta, the like community, underground community in Atlanta is kind of like, it's not that huge. Everybody knows you know of everyone. Yeah. Like, but like sometimes you don't always, I don't go out a lot, so I don't get to see a lot of those people. So I feel like it was like my first time seeing certain people in person, and it was also like their first time seeing me in person. So it was just like,
yeah, but that's cool. That's cool. Like definitely, like starting the show, I was able to meet so many people, and I realized once I started going to different events before the pandemic, that the same people were showing up, and I was like, hey, you know, so it kind of built like a little clique with them.
Yeah, and you get to have like more personal. Like I have more personal connections. I feel like people are kind of starting to see me as not just some girl who be online, which makes me feel better. Yeah, because I don't go out a lot.
Right. So, as the first female MC on Beneath the Surface, I wanted you to talk about like the current state of women in rap, you know, because I feel like there was a while where we didn't see a lot of diversity, but now, you know, we got Rico, we got Doja, we got Megan, we got so many different options. Just tell me what that means to you.
I really love it. I love how it seems to be unified too. Like everyone seems to fuck with each other. Even there's a couple people that don't. But it is really great to see, because growing up there were female rappers, but before Nicki, it was kind of like I didn't think to myself, oh, I can be a rapper. And I feel like Nicki did that, and that's why we have so many options now. And it's really inspiring, because it's like, okay, like I could do it too. Because it used to be like there could only be one girl, like one popping girl on everybody's song. Yeah. But now it's like, no, there can be multiple. Like everybody can do it. Like you just got to be good, and you got to want it and work hard enough. Right. So I really fuck with it, and and like I said, like I was telling you earlier, like I'm like a girl's girl. Yeah. Like I listen to a lot of girl music. Like I listen to guys too, but like if you look in my like Apple Music or my Spotify, like it's a lot of girls. Yeah. So just having like the options, like I don't know, car rides be real cute.
I need that on a t-shirt. Car rides be real cute. I like that. So you released your EP earlier this year. You dropped Grown Woman not too long ago.
I did.
What is the rest of this year looking like for you?
So I've been working on my next project. My next project is gonna be a lot more grown up.
Okay.
It's gonna be very sexy. It's still gonna be pink, but it's gonna be like a dark pink.
Okay.
Very sexy. I'm still working on it. I have no idea when it's gonna drop, but I do know that the music that I plan on putting out like this summer is gonna be, I've decided to put out a breakup song. I did go through a breakup. I felt like it kind of processed all last year. And I was just like making music in my room about it. And like, I think I just finally like, literally probably like a month ago, I showed one of my friends, like one of them. And he was just like, you need to put this out. And then I showed like another friend and she was like, yeah, you need to put this out.
Right.
And it's still like a sensitive subject for me. So, but I feel like it's gonna be good for me spiritually, but then I feel like it's gonna like let people know that I'm a grown-ass woman. Like, you know what I mean? I have emotions and it's not always just like this like happy pink girl that's like, you know what I mean? Like smiley all the time. And like, I'm a real human being and I go through things. And that's kind of like the point of the music that I've been making lately. Like I want people to see me as like a human.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Well, I want to thank you, Margaux, so much for coming on Beneath the Surface. It was really nice meeting you.
You too.
Yes. Y'all make sure, tell the people where they can listen to your music, follow you, all that good stuff.
Yeah, you can follow me at Margaux, MargauxWattle on everything, and talk to me and listen to my music.
All right, all right. That was beautiful. I'm yours truly, Rick the Prince. You just watched Beneath the Surface, and we are out.
Yay.
Hey. Yes. Yes.
You know I gotta be extra. You know I gotta be flexed up. You know I gotta be the baddest little bitch in the room. Hell no, I won't let up. You know I gotta get dressed up. You little hoes better catch up. You better not be sleeping on me. I'm the best girl, please better get up. Little bitch, I'm next up. You wanna go, then step up. Always keep my head up, even when I mess up. Cause bitch, I'm blessed up. Yeah, bitch, I'm blessed up. Look, bitch, I'm blessed up. Yeah, bitch, I'm blessed up. I'm blessed, yeah.